Did you know that apples from the supermarket can be over a year old? There are surprising truths that you don't know, and some of them can change your perception about money and wealth. In this video, we reveal financial secrets that the rich would prefer to keep hidden. Not all truths are necessary, like the fact that all Fruit Loops taste the same. But what if we told you that there are secrets about money and wealth that have been hidden from you? Did you know that being rich isn't just about showing off? Morgan Housel, in his book The Psychology of Money, reveals a shocking truth about wealth. You'll be surprised to learn how some of the wealthiest people really live. In this video, we'll explore 7 money rules that will change the way you view wealth. From the rule of privacy to the power of time and the utility of money, these rules will guide you toward a deeper understanding and a healthier relationship with your finances. Don't fall behind in your financial education. Discover the 7 hidden rules that can transform. Rule 1, the rule of privacy. In the world of finance, there's often a mistaken assumption that wealth is always visible and ostentatious. However, the true essence of wealth is in what is not seen. Morgan Housel, in his influential book, The Psychology of Money, states that wealth is what you don't see. This means that real wealth isn't in luxury cars, mansions, or designer clothes, but in the accumulated assets, investments, and savings that aren't on public display. Think about it for a moment. Truly wealthy people don't need to show off their wealth. It's not unusual for some of the wealthiest individuals in the world to drive modest cars, live in surprisingly simple homes, and lead a life without excess. But if we could take a peek at their bank accounts or investment portfolios, we would be amazed. Discretion and a low profile are the hallmarks of those who deeply understand the value and power of money. This rule invites us to reflect on our own relationship with money and how we perceive it. Do we measure our wealth by what we can show off, or by what we have accumulated privately and sustainably? The rule of privacy challenges us to redefine our understanding of wealth, focusing on building a solid financial foundation rather than accumulating material goods. In the end, true wealth is not in what others can see, but in what you know you possess. Rule 2, the rule of time. Time is our most valuable resource. Wealthy people understand this and use every second to create more wealth, not just by working more, but by working smarter. Let's learn how to value our time to maximize our wealth. This rule is fundamental in our understanding of money and wealth. Ask any truly wealthy person, and they will tell you that time is by far the most valuable resource we possess. But what does this really mean? It means that time, unlike money, cannot be recovered once it has been spent. Therefore, how we choose to use our time has a direct and profound impact on our ability to generate wealth. Most people trade their time for money, working hours for a salary. However, there's a limit to how many hours we can work and therefore how much we can earn this way. The truly wealthy understand this, and instead of simply trading time for money, they look for ways to make money work for them. This is achieved through investments, businesses that don't require constant presence, and systems that generate passive income. Take, for instance, investing in the stock market or in real estate. These are ways to put your money to work, allowing you to earn while you sleep, travel, or spend time with your family. Essentially, you are freeing up your time while your investments grow. Understanding the rule of time is vital. It's not just about working hard, but also about working smart. Learning to use time efficiently, investing in opportunities that generate long-term income is key to wealth accumulation. In short, time is more than money. It's the opportunity to create lasting freedom and wealth. Rule 3, the rule of utility. Money is a tool, not the end goal. It should be used to enhance our lives in a practical and meaningful way, not just to acquire goods. Let's reflect on how we are currently using our money. When we think about money, images of luxurious purchases, extravagant vacations, or perhaps the peace of not having debts often come to mind. However, this rule invites us to consider a deeper and more practical perspective of money. Money, in its essence, is a tool that allows us to acquire goods and services, yes, but also one that offers us opportunities and choices in life. The mistake many make is to see money only as a means for consumption. They spend without thinking about the future, about the possibilities that money could offer if used more strategically. This is where the utility of money comes in. Are you using your money only to satisfy immediate desires, Or are you employing it in a way that opens doors to new opportunities, such as education, investments, or starting a business? Imagine you have a surplus of money. You might choose to spend it on a luxury item, which is perfectly acceptable if that's what you truly value. But you could also consider using that money to take a course that improves your skills, invest in a small business, or even in the stock market. These latter options might not provide immediate satisfaction, but their potential to improve your financial situation in the long term is significant. The rule of utility teaches us that money should be seen not only as a means to acquire things, but as a resource for generating more value in our lives. By understanding and applying this rule, we begin to make financial decisions that not only satisfy our current needs and desires, but also prepare us for a more prosperous and secure future. In short, money is a powerful tool, and how we use it can transform our lives. Remember, if you're finding these revelations valuable, I invite you to show your support with a like and subscribe to our channel. This helps us bring you more enriching content. Rule 4, the rule of minimum saving. For years, we've been taught that saving is the key to financial security. However, this rule proposes a more nuanced approach. While saving is undoubtedly important, focusing solely on saving can limit our financial potential. The real key is not just in saving, but in knowing what to do with those savings. Saving for the sake of saving can lead us to accumulate money that, in reality, is losing value over time due to inflation. The wealthy know this, and therefore, beyond keeping a prudent amount for emergencies and immediate needs, they actively look for ways to make their money grow. This means investing in stocks, real estate, mutual funds, and other financial vehicles that offer a potentially higher return than a simple savings account. Think about your own savings. If you have an emergency fund that covers 3 to 6 months of expenses, what do you do with the surplus? Leaving it in a traditional savings account may seem safe, but consider the alternatives. Investing that money, although it carries certain risks, can mean a substantial difference in your wealth in the long term. The point is not to stop saving, but to be smart about how and where you keep your savings. The rule of minimum saving urges us to be strategic. Save, but also invest. The goal is to have a balance between the security that saving offers and the growth that investments provide. By adopting this rule, you put yourself on the path not just to save money, but to multiply it, thereby opening the door to greater prosperity and long-term financial security. Rule 5, the rule of expectation. Set realistic financial goals and don't postpone your happiness for the future. Satisfaction comes from recognizing and appreciating what you've already achieved while working towards future goals. Let's learn to be content with our progress. The rule of expectation. And this rule focuses on our financial expectations and how they affect our happiness and satisfaction. Many of us set income or wealth goals, believing that achieving them will also bring happiness. However, this rule teaches us that true contentment doesn't come from reaching a certain level of income, but from the way we manage our expectations around money. Often, once we reach a financial goal, instead of feeling satisfied, we simply set a higher goal. It's an endless cycle where happiness is always just beyond the next achievement. The key is to learn to appreciate what we already have while working towards our goals. It's not about giving up our ambitions, but finding a balance between aspiration and gratitude. Imagine you've set a goal to earn $100,000 a year. When you finally achieve it, instead of feeling satisfied, you start thinking you'd be happier earning $150,000. This shifting of goals can create a constant sense of dissatisfaction. Instead, if you recognize and value the achievement of your current goals while setting new ones in a reasonable manner, you can enjoy the journey as much as the destination. The rule of expectation teaches us to be aware of our financial aspirations and to find satisfaction in our current progress. By balancing our ambitions with a sense of gratitude for what we've already achieved, we can enjoy a healthier and happier relationship with money. Remember, true prosperity is measured not just in monetary terms, but also in the wealth of our satisfaction and contentment. Rule 6, the rule of obligation. With wealth comes responsibilities. Understanding and managing these responsibilities is crucial. We must be aware of our financial obligations and learn to balance them with our pursuit of wealth. This rule speaks to the responsibilities and commitments that come with money and how to wisely manage them. As we accumulate wealth, we also accumulate obligations, mortgages, debts, and even social and family responsibilities. The key is to balance these commitments without allowing them to control our financial life. True wealth is not only measured by what we possess, but also by our ability to manage and fulfill our obligations without being overwhelmed by them. It's easy to fall into the trap of acquiring more and more, whether it's a bigger house, a more luxurious car, or even spending on excessive comforts and luxuries. However, each of these decisions carries a financial obligation that can limit our freedom and capacity to grow economically. Consider a mortgage. Buying a house can be an important and positive step, but an excessive mortgage can become a burden that limits our financial options in other areas. The same goes for credit card debts. Irresponsible use can lead to a buildup of debt that ties us down and restricts our economic freedom. The rule of obligation invites us to be mindful of our financial responsibilities. It's not about avoiding commitment or debt, but managing them in a way that doesn't compromise our stability and financial growth. By balancing our obligations, we maintain the freedom to make smart financial decisions and continue accumulating wealth effectively and sustainably. Rule 7. The rule of protection. Protect your assets and resources. The ability to protect your wealth is as important as the ability to accumulate it. Let's explore how we can safeguard our financial efforts from unnecessary risks. This rule is crucial and often overlooked. It's about actively protecting what we've worked so hard to earn. In the world of finance, it's not enough to generate income and accumulate wealth. It's equally important to safeguard our assets from potential risks and losses. Financial protection ranges from adequate insurance to diversifying investments, from tax planning to creating an emergency fund. It's a shield against life's unforeseen events such as illnesses, accidents, or market changes. Additionally, it includes protecting oneself against impulsive financial decisions that can jeopardize our economic stability. For instance, having quality health insurance is not just a precautionary measure, but also a smart financial strategy. Similarly, diversifying your investments protects you against market fluctuations in a specific sector, and something as simple as an emergency fund can be the difference between weathering a financial crisis or falling into debt. The rule of protection teaches us that wealth management doesn't end with accumulation. It also requires preservation. By protecting what we have, we secure not just our current financial stability, but also our future economic well-being. In summary, being smart with money also means being prudent in its protection. These are the 7 money rules that can change your perspective and bring you closer to true wealth. Apply these principles in your life and watch how your finances change. Don't forget to subscribe for more valuable tips. If you liked this video, there's much more content waiting for you on our channel. Subscribe and join our community to learn more about finance, investment, and personal growth. See you next time.